Alright, so I just wanted to film my first, I guess you could call this, it's not really a road trip, it's an hour out each way and back, but for all intents and purposes, the longest trip that I'll have gone on, stayed overnight, and come back home. So starting with 100% state of charge on the car, and preconditioned to leave now. So let's see, gonna go ahead and enter the address where I'm headed, and we can go from there. Hey Grok, navigate to 1373 Fairgrounds Drive, Ogden, Utah 84404.
Found a few spots on Fairgrounds Drive in Ogden, Utah, about 54 miles north, like Weber County Fairgrounds soccer field.
Looks like it should be the one. Go ahead and get started here. See if we turn around this time. It's interesting, the door's not closing on its own. It usually does. Hey Grok, navigate instead to Golden Spike Arena in Ogden, Utah. Or maybe it's Golden Spike Fairgrounds. There it is, yeah.
Navigating to Golden Spike Event Center in Ogden, about 62 miles away, 1 hour, 1 minute. It's the same spot for arena or fairgrounds.
So the idea is to get there with basically a press of the button, no need to take over. You know, I'll touch the wheel if it asks me to, of course, and then also this is usually a trickier turn because there's no center lane to sneak into, but it's looking good. Cool. So I might touch the wheel as well to change the mode, but I'm planning on staying in either standard or chill the entire time up. I've noticed it does tend to speed a little bit. Other than that, we 20% charge reduction. Starting at 100, we'll get there at 80% according to Tesla's trip planner, navigation, whatever you want to call it. So we'll see if that remains true. If there's anything interesting, I will try and catch it on the Metas as well. Sometimes it gets tripped up at this crosswalk right here. We'll see how it does. Sometimes also it'll get stuck, like thinking it's 25 miles an hour on the on-ramp. Looks like that's good. Good job. 1,400 miles on the car. If you're interested. Bought the car as a demo with 600 miles on it. And at that point I had about 60% self-driving on it. So almost every mile I put on this car has been self-driving since I bought it. 1,200 miles almost total. 83%. 11-day streak, but that's 11 days ago was the day that I got the update with the self-driving stats app in the car. So far it's been every day, and aside from a weird error I got last night, it's been 100% since I've owned the car, self-driving. So and I mean, you might be able to say 99% aside from, like, you know, in the parking lot, like, you know, deciding a different spot, or, you know, it wants to pull up to somewhere I don't, you know, want to be. So let's say 99% for all intents and purposes since I've owned the vehicle. But yeah, the battery should be preconditioned and everything. So I don't know exactly what the car does for preconditioning the battery. I mean, it might warm it up a little bit or something. I've heard a certain temperature is ideal. In the winter, I know that goes a lot farther for the efficiency side of things, you know, so it can precondition while you're plugged into the wall, and then you're just basically ready to go once you get on the road. We'll get some music going and hang out, probably a little bit of airflow here on the seats. Siri, play my music.
Your light song is now playing.
So 7 miles in, averaging 260 watt hours per mile, 70 miles an hour. We should be hovering right around 70, 72, maybe 75 in standard. I might again reduce that down to chill, but honestly, the one thing I never really thought too much about in terms of owning a Tesla, this is my first EV, my first Tesla, so therefore, you know, first self-driving car, of course, but just the sheer, like, I mean, I've already gone 8 miles, and I feel like I haven't, like, left the house, you know. Like I really feel like so relaxed, so whatever, you know. Normally even this drive to where I'm at now, just 10 miles away, especially if there's traffic, but even just in general, you know, I feel like I've had to do something. But you know, I could be sitting on a couch, you know, in a simulator, just making sure that the thing stays in the lines, you know. No, but it really is just so pleasant. Like, you know, you have nice quality sound system, good quality music, you got all the creature comforts, like, you know, automatic air, you've got the you know, cooled seats, just, you know, keeping some airflow. I tend to run hot, so just a little bit of airflow on a leather seat is a game changer for me. Looks like we're picking left lane here, which is nice. One thing I also love about the HVAC is if it's real warm out, it's kind of nice to have, or like if the sun's, you know, beating down directly on you, you can engage this swing mode, and it swings the air back and forth. So like, you know, normally you're like, oh, I'm hot here but not here because it's here, so then you adjust it and the next thing you know, you're hot here but not here. So nice, getting out of everybody's way here, that's great. And so sometimes it's just the right thing, you know, to be able to have something that just kind of cycles back and forth, which is just an amazing thing. You can do it on the driver and the passenger side, which is incredible. It's such a relaxing car, you know, to commute in, to travel in, whatever. So yeah, so far 11 miles in, down 3%. Seems to be doing so well. 235 watt hours per mile average so far, which is pretty good for 75 miles an hour. I feel like in my head was calculating I'd be closer to 300, which might change as we get a little more elevation up and down, but this is a pretty flat trip, so we'll see how that goes. Also, you'll have to pardon the dirty pants and everything. I'm on my way up to help a buddy who's doing a demolition derby. Been helping him a little bit here and there build his derby car, and today's the day he finally gets to run it. Yeah, I'm helping pay for that and prep for all that. It's the purpose of the trip. Should be a fun one for sure. Also, for those of you who don't know, now you know, these are one of the best. But yeah, just another little perk here of FSD and driving the Tesla. I can snack a little bit, you know, at will, and you know, keep an eye on the road. Car's got my back. You know, historically on a road trip, you're trying to, you know, eat and go, save time, whatever, and you know, inevitably it's just a miserable experience. You're spilling everywhere. You're trying to eat one-handed, or like, you know, your wife's feeding you, whoever, and just ends up being a, you know, messy situation. So this is honestly really big perk that nobody tells you about, or maybe not nobody, but you know, that I never really thought about until I had a Tesla. So being able to, you know, pop out a normally kind of messy snack and successfully consume definitely adds to the overall trip vibe. So far no need for intervention. Haven't touched the wheel. We're on 14.2.2.5 by the way. If I pop into software here, you can see right there, read and weep. So yeah, anyway, just trying to give you some, you know, better idea on what it's like to own a Tesla. I should, or I'm hoping at least, to be able to drive up here, drive around, spend the night, whatever, drive all the way home, all without needing to stop for supercharging. So that would be the ideal situation. I do have a 12 volt compressor fridge, like RV style, I don't know how you call it, but like the overlanding style fridges in the back. It's pretty small, it's like a 23 quart, enough for like, I can fit, you know, probably 10 of these in there. So, but right now I've got like a 12 pack of these and like 3 of these stacked in there, and a little more space that I could fit some random stuff like chocolate or snack or whatever. But yeah, that should be running. It takes about 45 watts of energy when it's running, so I don't expect it to take more than like 1% or 2 over the course of the trip. That said, I do have to leave the setting on for accessory items after the vehicle's off, which does draw some power too, more than just probably that outlet. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, anyway, another perk to driving a Tesla with FSD. Cruising right along, 228.2 watt hours per mile, 21 miles gone. We're down 6% in 21 miles, so not too shabby. Our Estimated arrival state of charge has gone up 1%, so we must be a little bit more efficient than we were thinking. Maybe that's due to the preconditioning. I don't know how much that does when it's warmer weather out, but I'd assume it does maybe something. I don't know what the optimal temperature of this pack is. I know it's a, what did they say, NCA lithium pack, something like that, nickel, cadmium, aluminum, something like that. Good technology for long range. Pros and cons to compared to LFP, lighter, higher energy density, but it doesn't do as well with high state of charge. Charging time after time after time. So a little more expensive of a pack too. So your value, I guess, there. But pros and cons. I think they say this is better for cold weather too. So this climate that I'm at, that'll definitely be helpful. But so far so good. Used 5 kilowatts, which is about 50 cents to go 23 miles. Not too shabby. Just for some reference there. So if you're getting 23 miles per gallon, a gallon costs $4.50 a gallon right now. I'm paying 53 cents to get the same. This does bug me a little bit about FSD is we're doing 74, which is maybe a mile an hour different, but this is in my opinion, way too close to be following somebody. This is why I said I might switch to chill, but yeah, in my opinion, it's too close to be doing 75 miles an hour, especially since that is a little bit over. So when I get on the highway, I usually do switch back down to chill for that exact reason. I hope they get a little bit better. I've heard 14.3.2 is a little bit better with that. It doesn't follow as closely, and it's a little bit better at that type of thing. I've heard that the speed limit stuff is still kind of an issue, but I've heard in the past you could set your max speed, which would, I think, be much better. I don't mind the profile. I think the profiles are great. The acceleration changes, the lane that it wants to be in changes, the tendency it has to pass changes, and I do like that being in kind of a preset mode, which is nice. But at the same time, it would be nice to set an overall hey, I don't want to go faster than whatever speed. It would be nice to kind of revert back to that. That seems to be the consensus. I never owned a Tesla during that time, but from the videos I've watched and from what people have said, it seems like that was definitely a superior way to manage that. Because I might want to be able to pass a little more aggressively, or more tentative, or more intentionally. I might want to arrive to my destination that way, but also not speeding. So if it's a little more trafficy, I might still want some of those tendencies. I might like the acceleration of Mad Max or something, getting on the freeway or from a stop sign or a stoplight or whatever. It would be nice to have that ability to keep the faster paced profile, but because I probably would drive in Mad Max all the time for that reason, but then still being able to set the speed limit so that I don't get a ticket and stuff, because currently it'll do 20 over in Mad Max, which is just crazy. To me, here I think I can get arrested for that. So depending, I think you'd have to find a pretty stickler officer, but I've heard stories that you can. So just another thought about my current version of FSD. I've had the car for 2 weeks, and I've heard that they keep you on your current FSD for a few weeks after buying the car before they might consider giving you the update. I think we're navigating there now. Looks like. I guess it didn't. Must have cut it off. FSD supervised may be degraded. Interesting. I don't know why. It's interesting that just popped up on the screen here, but not the way I was just starting recording. So I guess we'll see. Hopefully that's all right. I have had an issue where it'll be randomly be take over or whatever, and it's usually after I've been sitting in the car for a bit, and then I get out of the car and buy the car, and then I get back in the car and I go to leave, and it doesn't for some reason it doesn't like the situation, and then the camera's all quit working or something like that. I go into the preview and it doesn't ever load, so it's almost I've heard it can be the in-cabin camera failing or something. So I've had the car for 2 weeks now, a couple days. Yeah, it's almost it doesn't like whatever the situation was, or the camera cut out. I don't know. It's hard to say. I've been able to just lock the car, get back in it, and then go, and then it's fine for some reason, but it gives an error code, and I pull it up and everything. I don't know exactly what it is, but yeah, that's a weird issue that I've had here and there, twice now, I guess. So not really here and there, but twice in 2 weeks, once per week isn't all that great. So I'm hoping that it doesn't lead to some issue where I can't drive the car home. Last night I had to drive all the way home from where I was at, which is again some of those miles that are not FSD, but as soon as I plugged the car in for like 5 minutes, unplugged it, like I was able to kind of go to sleep or whatever, unplugged the car and went to drive it again, it was fine. All the cameras were loading just fine, whatever. So I don't know if it's like I need to do a recalibration or just reset the car. I technically never reset it. It seemed to be pretty reset from when I picked it up, but might have to reset it and just go through all the camera calibration again, and just maybe that'll resolve it. But anyway, was originally making a video for this. Also, the glasses just said they're at 15%, so I'm gonna have to plug those in. It was nice. I was able to tell Grok to with this spring, I don't know if they call it the spring up. Oh yeah, 2026.14.3, I think is what it is. Gave us the FSD app, and then also it gives us the ability to talk to Grok to activate it. So, which is really nice. But I was able to change the address based off of an address that I was told we actually need to go to specifically. So. That was really nice, to be able to do hands-free. Kind of tells you where you're going, pulls it up, shows it on the screen, and then yeah, I've used that feature multiple times. The wife calls and says stop and grab this on the way home or whatever, so that's really nice to be able to do. So anyway, I'm going to get these glasses charged. If there's anything else to note, I will record that, but that we're back down to 80% state of charge. Arrival still hovering around 232.8 watt hours per mile. We've gone 41 miles and used 9.6 kilowatt hours, which charging at home is 96 cents. So if your car got 40 of the gallon and you paid $4.50 a gallon, I'm paying 96 cents to do the same thing. So anyway, we will update you shortly. Letting the Metas charge. It's a good time to switch over to GoPro and give the old Cool Ranch Doritos a run. You can enjoy some of these nature's finest Cool Ranch Doritos. We've got a good pull here. We are back down to chill driving mode, by the way. Sounds pretty alright. You gotta check for the seasoning. Double-sided. Tell me I didn't just catch that on camera. That's insane. I might have to save that and laminate that boy, put it on the shelf. But we all know that'd be a shame. If I take a video or a picture, then that's gonna last a long time, and I get to experience it, right? Anyway, hopefully this audio's okay. If not, learn our lesson. Back up to showing 81% in state of charge at arrival. 238.2 watt hours per mile, pretty consistent there. 12.1 kilowatt hours, so $1.21 to go 50 miles, almost 51 miles. So pretty decent. Ooh, I didn't bring a chip, but I don't know. So far, I haven't had or found any real reason to not have the thing. Where I'm at, you can road trip just about wherever you want to go. Yeah, it might take you a little longer to get there, but with how advanced the trip planning is and everything these days, it's honestly, let's see, I would like to be, I might bump it over because this lane is not happy. Anyway, but yeah, so where I'm at, I can go just about anywhere I want. So we're gonna let this guy in. We're got the left lane here. No one's behind us, but we were definitely there a little longer than I'd like to be. Anyway, Tesla dealership. This is actually where this car came from. So the delivery right there. pretty neat. So the GoPro audio was pretty bad through here, so I'll spare you that, as well as the rant that I went on, but basically just talking about the efficiency of the car, and talking about how it compares to something like a Toyota RAV4 hybrid. I'd be happy to make a video specifically on that. In fact, I probably will, but let me know in the comments if you would like to see something like that. And if you've been enjoying this video, I'd appreciate a like, subscribe if you so desire, would be cool, but you know, no stress. If you like it, you know, if it's good, you like it. If it's not, you don't, and you know, I'm not gonna be offended one way or the other, but I do appreciate it if you do like it, to go ahead and show it with that like button. But beyond that, yeah, I'll just let you sit here and watch FSD do its thing in an accelerated rate of speed. Just a reminder that I've got my referral code if you're thinking about buying a Tesla. It's in, I'll put it in the description. It's also on my channel, so go ahead and use that if you want to get some perks and throw some perks back my way as a result of you buying a Tesla. So thanks again, and definitely learning lesson here. Looks like this is our exit. Nice. This is kind of another thing I kind of detach. Like, I don't know, I've never been here before. Actually, I might have been here once before for something, but it's been too long, I wouldn't have remembered, blah blah blah. So it is really nice that it's just handling it for me. So I haven't touched the wheel, whatever. Also, we're showing an 82% state of charge at arrival, so we've gone up 2% since we originally left, which is pretty cool. Wasn't planning on that. I was planning on that to be worse, if anything. So we're 5 minutes out, so I've driven 61.5 miles now, and I've used $1.35 in electricity charging at home. So as long as I can get home without having to supercharge, or if I can find cheap or free charging while I'm up here, then, which is a possibility with the hotel I'm staying at. I'm not sure, I haven't called ahead, I haven't asked, but I know that that is common, so, or that's my take on it at least. But yeah, I mean, you got to consider that factor too, because, you know, if I would have driven my BMW up here, I would have already spent like $12, so, you know, as opposed to $1.36. Oh, look at this. Some bull crap in the road. FSD handled it like a champ. You'd love to see it. Sometimes I will go ahead and save dash cam on that. So there's the first time I touched the wheel, FYI, and it wasn't even necessary. I could have probably, I don't know if I can tell Grok, but I don't know, if you can't voice, well, let's try it. Hey Grok, can you record or save dash cam footage?
No, I can't record or save dash cam footage myself. That's done through the touch screen.
So it'd be cool if you had a way to like name your car and talk to your car, because I think the voice can do it on the car. Let's try it. Save dash cam footage. Command not understood. Well, that should be figured out. I feel like that should be the way that it is. But here we are pulling into the Golden Spike Event Center. Pretty cool. Haven't needed to touch the wheel at any point during this trip, which is pretty amazing. It's been an hour. I feel like this has gone by so fast. But yeah, no, it's been an amazing car so far. I don't really see. Oh yeah, I've been here before. I got rear-ended in this parking lot right around this corner up here by my little brother, no less. We're helping my dad do a gem and mineral show here, and people were playing soccer here. They didn't used to have this gate, this fence here. That's funny. That would have never happened, because that's what happened is a ball came rolling out into the road. Some kid was chasing it. I slowed down right here. My little brother came, smacked, rear-ended me in my 4Runner, and he was driving a Honda Civic. So anyway, I better wrap it up, but that's an idea. It is 82% that we've stopped, that we got here with. I guess that could drop to 1. We're at 82, which estimating 82, I imagine we'll stay at 82. But average 217 watt hours per mile to get here, 63.4 miles, 13.8 kilowatts of energy used. That'll be, you know, up maybe by 0.2, let's say. Oh, it wants me to apply force. That was funny. I haven't seen that yet. It could be the hat, honestly. My hat, I've been dipping my head looking at the screen and everything, so sometimes it'll have me apply if it doesn't think I've been looking at it. But oh cool, it might have us just park here. I guess this could be the way to do it. So anyway, well, I guess we'll just finish getting this, and then I'll give you the stats. We'll just see where it decides to park and everything. I would like to park like right here, but I guess we'll see what happens. It's still recording. Reserved parking, can't park there. That would be funny if it tried to. So we'll see what happens. It's pretty stacked up here. I'm hoping it would be really nice if they added, like, I mean, I know I can drop a pin. Okay, it's gonna pull in forward too. Dang, that's quite good. Good spot. Literally point to point. Had to touch the wheel one time, probably because my hat. There we are. But look at that. Let's see, we're almost at 1,500 miles here. So trip total 63.7 miles, used 13.8 kilowatts of energy, averaging 217.3 watt hours per mile on this trip. So 1 hour 1 minute, which is exactly what it estimated from the get-go. $1.38 to go 63.7 miles. So for some reference there, that will go up a hair in on season. As soon as we hit June next month, it'll go up to 13 cents a kilowatt hour instead of 10 cents. I'm not on any like state of or like time of charge or whatever time of use plan. Currently, I don't really use enough power, I don't think, for it to super matter, and I use a lot of power during the day, probably more than I'm using to charge my car at night. So for me, I don't think it makes sense. We're using quite a bit during the day. 13 cents a kilowatt hour times 13.8, so $1.80 to go in the on season. Worst case scenario, it'd been $1.80 to go 63.7 miles. So anyway, just some of the perks. That's my first little road trip in the car, if you can call it that. And so far my experience that way. So we'll see. I guess I'll give you an update when I go to head home after I've driven. I'll give you kind of an update on what I've done, how far we've driven, you know, our state of charge at that point, and then, you know, if we're gonna be able to make it home. Yeah, let's run an AC, running the cooled seat, listening to music. I guess, you know, part of the time but blabbing for about half of it, I feel like. So yeah, I'm impressed. You know, point to point FSD, even on 14.2.2.5, can handle quite a bit. You know, got me all the way here. I feel relaxed, I'm ready to go. It's pretty amazing. So anyway, thanks for watching this point. We will give you the update when we're ready. I did want to just show you real quick if I wanted to park out in the outer portion of the lot here. I've been told that you can do this, so I guess we'll go ahead and try it. But I've been told that you can drop a pin like roughly where you want to park, and hopefully, you know, then you navigate there, calculating route. We'll see if it'll park here. Yeah, set to park, start self-driving. So I could have dropped this from the get-go. You know, Grok obviously did a good job getting me here, getting me into a decent spot. But let's see what happens. Ooh, which way is it gonna go? It hasn't decided. Oh, interesting. I've yet to see it do that. Is it just gonna park here? That's pretty funny. It probably would have originally parked there. Let's try it and see if we can select a little bit somewhere else on the... Let's see if we can park, set a little bit farther up and see if it'll... It's probably just deeming this whole thing as like the same parking lot, but... Let's see if it'll do it. Try again. Oh, there's a truck leaving right in front of us. Let's see if it just says, oh, there's a spot right there. Oh, no, it is going to change. So I think it just got kind of confused and hung up, undecisive on where it wanted to park. We're still set to park, so we'll see. It might just take like the next available spot, but it would be pretty cool if it will go park in the outer area. Okay, we're not backing in there. It'll be cool if it'll just park right up here. That is a big old hole. We're gonna turn into here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Nice, I'll take it. This guy's probably like, what is this guy doing? Well, nothing. And that's the beauty of it. So, anyway, that is in fact the truth. You know, smart enough saying like, you're already here, dude. And then I guess if I moved it a little farther, it was like, oh, okay, you just want to be over here. We'll go park over here. So, kind of neat. I might actually just go all the way to that corner spot. It's not going to park me there, of course, but I'm probably going to just manually go park there so that way it's out of the way. So apparently I'm in the wrong spot, so this could be interesting. It wants to go around this way, but I was just told to come down the dirt road. So I'm trying to get it to navigate down this dirt road, but thinking what's going to happen is I'm going to have to navigate like to here, and then we'll just manually engage FSD once we get onto that road. I guess we'll just go ahead and see how this decides to do it. Let's see if he waits for this car. Good. Good. Oh, we got the standoff. Let's see if this will get us where we want to go. I've heard 14.3.2 is a little better with the stop signs. It doesn't have to be so like sit and wait. So got the stretched Super Duty, kind of goofy. We'll see what they say here. I might have to talk. No passenger cars in pit, so I guess I'll ask this guy where he wants me to park. Alright, I just manually engaged. He said I'm probably supposed to be back here. I don't know. Anyway, he's like, she'll either let you stay there or she'll make you turn around, because it said no passenger cars in the pit. So pretty cool. We're on a dirt road, unmarked, and FSD's handling it. So if I could have got nav to go back here, then it would have been, I could have potentially been seamless, but that's doing a good job. I mean, 9 miles an hour, this dirt road's not the nicest. It's thinking we're turning right here. I think we're not. So we're just going to cancel that, and we'll just keep it going. Oh, it's trying to turn us around. He goes, yeah, this isn't, I don't know what this is. Let's see if it'll, I might have to just manually do it. Let's see. It's like, well, you're, oh, that's because I dropped a pin there. I need to end the trip, and we'll just start self-driving. Okay, let's see if it will just get us there. That's my bad. I didn't realize we were still navigating to that pin. So I presume I might even be able to actually, at this point, just set the pin here. And it should, no, it's going to try and turn us around because it wants to route back out. So we'll just keep it driving on here. But yeah, it's pretty good. Just it, you know, for not knowing where we're at or what we're doing. Also, this is kind of nice. I mean, a Model 3 could do this, but the Model Y, a little bit more clearance. This is kind of nice. So, but yeah, it's like, I don't know how much it knows that this road is rough. Like, I know it has pothole handling and whatever, but clearly it knows it's not a paved road. Yeah, I mean, it seems to be kind of handling it the way I would. We're going a little bit quicker than we were before. I got the foot ready in case we need to hit the brakes for anything real egregious, but I mean, it's picking a pretty good line. There's a mud hole right here. Let's see what it wants to do. It's dodging it. That's pretty freaking good. Pretty smart. I don't know if that's just it trying to err on the right side of the thing or what, but that's pretty solid. I'm happy with that. Mud puddle, and it said we'll go around. Because I don't know if that's 6 inches or 6 feet deep, but either way, they might turn me around just because I got a Tesla. We'll see. A little bit bigger holes. I probably would drive slightly different than this, but you know, got to keep that FSD score up. We're up to 13 miles an hour. It's gotten a little wider. It's getting comfortable, confident on the dirt. Supposedly. It's supposedly 14.3.2 FSD update is supposed to be better at potholes. I wonder if that would be handling this any differently. So I guess we'll find out. if we ever get the update. But yeah, we should starting to see some derby cars back here. So yeah, I guess that's that. They're gonna let me park back here. It's been funny, everyone's like, you do know what you're here for, right? Like, in a Tesla, you realize you're gonna be working in a pit getting this thing dirty. I'm like, yeah, well, I guess that's why I coated the seats and blah blah blah. So got the all-wheel drive model, so we can put her in the dirt. Leave some space here in case people are trying to ride their horses back here. I don't know. Don't imagine they got many people riding horses up here today. But just another little quick perk. Having the EV, which you could have this in any car really, but thing is a big battery at the end of the day. But you can keep all your chocolate and stuff nice and cold. 39 degrees in there. Could be worse. Alright, so here we are. Just about to head out next morning. Well, it's almost noon. After driving around for the rest of the day's activities and, you know, car sitting in the heat, running Sentry mode, etc. We are down to 70%. We have driven 72.9 miles and we've used 16.4 kilowatt hours. So anyway, figure we're just gonna get this show on the road, hit home, start self-driving. Again, the goal here will be to have no interventions, no touching of the steering wheel between now and home. So I will notify you of anything else that happens, but it looks like we will be getting home with 53% state of charge, which is above what I typically charge to at night. So just daily driving. So 55 minutes, 59 miles, that's pretty good. Traffic should be chill. We also just crossed 1,500 miles last night into the hotel, so that should be it for now. So I didn't have to intervene, but I just had a weird thing getting on the freeway. We were going left like this around a semi coming out, and not getting on the freeway, but going through the previous light, and there was like 2 lanes and then like a third lane that ended, and there was like a big puddle in the second, like the middle lane technically, and it was heading for the first lane, saw the puddle, shot around the puddle, and then went all the way to the third lane, like got confused in between the two. I'll have to grab the I saved the dash cam footage, so I'll have to put that in right here, but that was super interesting. Again, something that I think will be better with 14.3, or at least in the future, if it's not there. So but yeah, so we're gonna go down to chill here too. But yeah, that was kind of interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I got food poisoning. Was up pretty much all night last night. Darn, if it would have got on its horse, we could have gone around. Oh, that's cool. It kind of turned away from that roadkill too, because I was up all night, basically just dang near slept in the shower. So not feeling the greatest at the moment. I am medicated, just Pepto-Bismol and all the stuff. So, but I am grateful that I've got this car right now to drive me home. Just would have been really tired and just kind of miserable on the way home. So again, this is just really nice, unfortunate example, but great example, I guess, nonetheless, of you know, one of the perks of having this car. So I can kind of just monitor and relax the rest of the drive. I probably won't be popping in too much, but yeah, 53% state of charge at arrival, down 2% since leaving, and yeah, we will be hopefully there soon, because I'm ready to be in my house in my bed again. So I will let you know if anything else happens of note. Otherwise, I'm going to be relaxing, letting FSD handle the hard part. I did just want to make a note too. I think we had a little bit of more downhill on the way up here than I will on the way home, just simply because that, or the wind, I guess, could be wind, not in our favor today. I haven't really seen any flags or anything, but I think there's a couple. Yeah, we have a little bit of a No, I actually don't know. That wasn't super conclusive. How about that one? We might be a tailwind. Yeah, we've got a bit of a tailwind actually. So I think it's more elevation based because we were at like 220 watt hours per mile average last night, and probably saw that this morning as well, leaving the hotel. But and our current drive is 345, going the same speed. So I think we're just slightly more elevation gain. I will say too, I guess I didn't do any type of preconditioning on the car, so obviously, I guess if I were to do it on battery, that would also go against the efficiency or whatever. But or like using battery power instead of the wall. So I did just hop in and go, which might be the car using some power to precondition the battery, or it's just less efficient because it's still heating up and everything. All right. Yeah, well, not needless to say, but almost needless to say, we didn't make it all the way home without needing to stop. Luckily, I brought a couple garbage bags, and I haven't thrown up in years, but that ended today. I was able to get my bag open and on my lap tell Grok navigate to the nearest gas station, switch the route, exited. I didn't make it that far, lost my insides, put my insides on my outside into a bag. Luckily didn't mess up anything in the car. Immediately felt great. I wish I'd been puking more. Anyway, we won't say that. I won't get too much into all that, but mostly just speaking to the fact of, or again to the effect of how nice or convenient this has been to be able to just tell Grok to take me to the nearest gas station. I can figure it out, and I could focus on hurling instead of crashing the car. It came on like that. Like, I felt fine, and then next thing I know, I'm just like, I gotta grab the bag, and then I'm like, Grok, do this, and just blew chunks. It was like crazy. I have not thrown up in so long, but plenty of other stuff wrong with my system right now, but that was crazy. So I'm just like, I don't know what I would have been doing, what I would have done. Like, I'd have been stranded up there. That was pretty dang lucky in my opinion. Again, yeah, just crazy. If I could get you guys the dash cam off of this, I did mark it in the save the dash cam after I finished figuring myself out. But if I can get that off of there, I'll get it off of there. But that was absolutely crazy. And gas station was not good though. They had no toilet paper, and they had like one paper towel in there. It was a super interesting place. It was kind of grungy, but you got to do what you got to do, Anyway, glad I thought/planned ahead. It's been a wild ride. So again, I'm excited to go home, be able to deal with all this in my own space, at my own pace, and just focus on getting there. Our current drive changed. It was dropping down pretty well to, it was like 260 watt hours per mile. So I think we just had a little uphill stint, and then maybe the battery warming up got a little more efficient, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll give you hopefully no more updates of this caliber. Swapped out my electrolytes with just some plain water. That seems to be holding over well. Efficiency has gone up quite a bit. We're down to, well, gone down quite a bit, whatever, however you want it. It's gotten better. We're at 244.1 watt hours per mile since the last unfortunate stop. But yeah, total for the trip with the charge and everything is 228.3 watt hours per mile. Pretty good. I'm just under $3 to go 130 miles, which is not too shabby. State of charge at arrival has gone down by 1%, probably because of the extra little stop we had to make there. But anyway, I'll probably just call this video here, to be honest with you. I think you've seen everything you need to see. At this point, I'm less than 2 miles from home at 52%, so clearly I'm going to make it. I haven't had to touch the wheel for anything, not even pulling in or two or out of the gas station. I've had a couple of little like weird things where it's tried to dodge like tire marks on the road, which I haven't had previously. Usually there's actually something there, and you know, while I do appreciate the sentiment, I would like for it to know, or like to be, you know, only making evasive actions on the freeway when there's actually something there. So you know, didn't leave the lane or anything, but it just scooted right to the edge and then went around. So I don't think I saved that one, but we'll see. So I'll have to look back through my dash cam footage and see. But anyway, about home. Thanks for coming with me. Pretty cool. In less than half of a battery, you can go do, you know, all that, which is pretty crazy, and spend, you know, less than, yeah, we're going to be right at about $3 when I get home. So, well, probably a little over, yeah, $3 right now. So $3, drive an hour away, spend the night, hang out, run a fridge, you know, keep the cabin cool, whatever, all the fun stuff. Sentry mode on, accessories on, yeah, I know these people. All in all, amazing vehicle. I'm amazed with the car. You know, it's pretty incredible what you're able to do. Definitely, you know, borderline saved my life today. I don't know what I would have done had I had to, you know, heave while driving regularly. I mean, I guess I probably have been okay, but man, it would have been rough trying to keep the thing in the lanes. So yeah, crazy spur of the moment. Like, we'd have had a mess in here. I don't know. Anyway, thanks a bunch for watching, and yeah, hopefully this gives you a good idea what it's like to own a Tesla, road trip in a Tesla, or at least do a short, you know, day trip or overnighter in a Tesla or EV. And yeah, again, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in another one later on.